From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Good Tuesday morning and happy Veterans Day to all those that have served. We have a dry Veterans Day in store, but we'll see rain chances coming back for tomorrow night and beyond. Could see some snow at pass level for Thursday morning and beyond, and it's going to get a little bit gusty for Thursday and Thursday night. Right now you're taking a live look at Richland. This view coming courtesy of the Legends Casino and Hotel. But Josh, I can't see anything, and that's exactly the point, as there's some thick fog in the Tri-Cities, also down towards Prosser and Sunnyside, and also up in Grant and Adams County. We're thinking that this area is going to clear up around 8 a.m. This area is going to clear up around 10 a.m. and then up towards Moses Lake and Ritzville around lunchtime is when that fog should clear up. So for today, going to be a dry day. I'd say overall mostly cloudy, although there could be some breaks of sunshine within the Kittitas and Yakima valleys. But again, rain chances going way up for Wednesday night and beyond. So I'll talk about that coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, a gunshot, a struggle, and an arrest. Coming up, what police say led to chaos inside of an Ellensburg apartment.
Plus, quick thinking by some residents jumped into action when flames broke out at their apartment complex. Now this morning, investigators say there may be more to the story. Straight ahead, what authorities say they believe caused the blaze.
And a local event is bringing veterans together with free resources, support, and a sense of community. Coming up, how the Tri-Cities is honoring those who served with a day of giving back. It's all on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Jade Elliott. It is Tuesday, November 11th, Veterans Day. Thank you to all of those who have served.
And it's 11/11, so make a wish.
Yes, I know. I thought that actually when I was in the car on the way here. I was like, oh, wait, it's 11/11.
Did you make a wish?
Always.
Okay, good.
But I have to also wait till 11/11 on 11/11.
Yeah.
That's when you
then
really...
we can really make a wish.
Right. That's when maybe the fog will lift. When Josh goes, but
I'm
Josh, I
hoping
can't
so.
see anything.
Yeah.
I thought the same thing.
Crazy.
I know.
And we'll have more on that later in the show, but we want to start your top stories off, and we're starting with the crime alert out of Ellensburg. This is where a man is in jail now after allegedly pointing a gun at another person. This happened early Sunday morning.
Yeah, police telling us they responded just after 2:30 a.m. to the report of a gunshot at an apartment complex on North B Street. Again, this is in Ellensburg. Officers say a 23-year-old person was armed during this dispute, and a struggle over the gun actually led to that shot being fired.
No one was injured. The suspect was arrested and booked into Kittitas County Jail on a charge of first-degree assault.
5:02 now turning to a fire watch where residents of a Pasco apartment complex acted fast late yesterday morning to put out a fire that scorched the outside of their building. Firefighters believe someone intentionally set that fire at the Silver Creek Apartments in a breezeway. Take a look. This is video from the scene when it happened. People living there quickly called 911, started throwing water on that fire before crews arrived. Fire officials say the fire just caused minor damage to the outside of the building. Both firefighters and police are now investigating this incident as a possible act of arson.
If it wasn't caught early, sounds like some occupants saw some smoke coming into their apartment building, and so they ran outside into the breezeway and they started throwing pots of water on it. So they're the ones that really put the fire out, and we're happy that they're home and able to do that.
And quick thinking, quick action. Authorities say luckily no one was hurt, and everyone there is being reminded, of course, to report any suspicious activity they see immediately.
5:04 and talking your voice, your vote now in Kennewick. While many results in Benton County from election night are still unofficial, one city council race has pretty much been decided. Apple Valley News Now's William Albert caught up with the city of Kennewick's newest council member.
Benton County Sheriff's Deputy Brad Clippard is slated to be the newest member of the Kennewick City Council, currently leading his race for position 4 at large by more than 4,300 votes, holding about 66% of the vote. Clippard, who also serves as school resource officer for the Keona Bend School District, is no stranger to service. He spent 34 years in the military, 20 of which as a helicopter pilot, reaching the rank of colonel, and even served as commander of the Washington State Guard. Clippard says serving his country was something he always felt called to do.
I love my country, and I was more than willing to pay the price to protect freedom while I was able to. So I I did it because of love of country.
But Clippard's service goes beyond the military. He spent 14 years in the Washington State House of Representatives and has run for other offices as well. Clippard says his city council race came after community members asked him to step up once again.
Can't always say it's somebody else's responsibility. As Americans, we need to step up in our communities and say, I'm willing to serve not only my country, not only my county, but I'm willing to serve my city.
As a City of Kennewick City Councilman, Brad Clippard will serve a 4-year term. And he tells me that as a city councilman, there are a couple key issues that he really wants to tackle right away.
And as a law enforcement officer, I've seen the results of people who have become drug addicted. It's horrible, it's horrid. So to fight to save our citizens from drug addiction and the horrible results that brings, I as a city council member will do the same thing in the city of Kennewick to do everything I can to protect our citizens.
Clippard says above all, it's about serving, listening to the community, and being accountable. And he has a message for anyone thinking about running for office.
If you're running for political office for your own fame and glory, please don't. If you don't have a servant's heart, if you don't love the people that you're hoping to serve, please don't run for office. It's so easy for me because I love my community and I love the people that I serve. Today there was several hundred children here in this high school auditorium celebrating Veterans Day. I am not afraid to tell each and every one of those kids that I love them.
Clippard says he is focused on leading by example and serving with intent. In Benton City, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
Now, if the results hold, Clippard will officially begin his 4-year term as a city council member in January of next year.
5:06 and cold weather won't stop swimmers in Pasco this winter. The city is putting the final touches on a new inflatable dome over the Memorial Aquatic Park. Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen says this project will keep the pool open year-round for the first time.
At Memorial Aquatic Park, a big change is taking shape. Crews are installing an inflatable dome that will turn this outdoor pool into a warm, weather-protected space.
We look forward to the ability that it'll give not only Pasco but here in the Tri-Cities to have some year-round swimming indoors.
The city first explored the idea in 2018, looking for a way to maximize use of the pool and offer more programs during colder months. The structure covers the entire pool area, locking in heat and protecting swimmers from wind and rain.
The way the dome is set up, it keeps things contained in there with the air exchange blowing the air, keeping it inflated, that positive pressure, and then there is backup generator.
The dome will make it easier to host community classes and events while reducing the need for costly heating upgrades.
We keep the water at about 80 degrees, and so a lot of indoor pool places, the water temperature does have effect on what the indoor air temperature is.
The project cost just under $2 million. Final inspections are underway before the city announces the official opening date. Once everything's in place, this dome will give swimmers a warm, weatherproof space to enjoy all winter long. Reporting in Pasco, Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
And I can say as a swim mom, my kids just joined a swim team and that is where they swim, and they are excited for that dome because they've been swimming outside the last couple of weeks. City leaders are saying that this project could serve as a model for other outdoor pools in the region, helping extend swimming seasons and community programs even when temperatures turn cold.
And looking ahead to community events now, as we celebrate Veterans Day today, we have several community events for you to commemorate this holiday.
In Kennewick, one local organization is gearing up to give back to those who have served. The Columbia Basin Veterans Center is hosting its 5th annual Tri-Cities Veterans Resource Expo and Stand Down, and that happens this Friday, the 14th.
The event brings together dozens of local agencies offering free services like health care, employment help, housing assistance, and even haircuts for veterans. Organizers say it's not just about resources, it's about building community and showing appreciation.
You have a whole community who cares. So you have over 80 vendors coming together. We expect about 600 to 700 veterans, if not more, because it'll grow from last year. And you have people stepping up, and it's awesome.
Now, it's also a chance for veterans to reconnect with one another, share their experiences, and find a sense of belonging, something organizers say can make all of the difference when it comes to mental health and recovery.
And again, it's this Friday, November 14th at the Southridge Sports Complex from 9 to 3, and the Veterans Resource Expo and Stand Down will be open to all vets and their families. And keep it here, because coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, today is a day we honor all the brave men and women, as we've said, who have served. But at one Missouri nursing home, there's a volunteer whose mission goes far beyond caregiving. He's turning memories into a museum, celebrating veterans so their service is never forgotten. We'll have details on his story after the break.
And giving you that live look outside this morning from our camera right here at the Apple Valley Studio in Kennewick. You see a little bit of that fog as you look through the lights this morning. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert will be back with your first alert forecast and what you can expect as we make our way into this week.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by never settling. But what's really made Ford F-Series #1 is you.
Much to the delight of our customers, John Gray now brings you Gray's Pizza and Bar, your new favorite spot in Grandview for great foods and good times. Be sure to catch all the excitement on local high school game nights. We're open late for your after-game hangouts. And don't miss our Monday to Friday happy hour from 3 to 6 p.m. And Sundays, bring the football vibe with our happy hour all day long. Gray's Pizza and Bar, great deals, great eats right here in Grandview. Come see us today.
Glenwood Square's Holiday Arts and Crafts Fair is this Saturday, November 15th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Visit us at 5110 Tyatin Drive and stroll the 100-year-old warehouse in heated comfort. Many fine artisans showcasing their crafts just in time for your seasonal gift giving. Enjoy lunch at one of our fun restaurants, Sesta Cucina, Xochimilco, or The Pub. Glenwood Square's Holiday Bazaar at 5110 Tyatin Drive, Saturday, November 15th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Affordable? Check. Stylish? Check. Quality? Check, check, check. And before we rush into Black Friday, like some people, Furniture Row is honoring our veterans. That means every sofa, dining group, and bed is on sale. Save $200 on our Doctor's Choice hybrid lineup, plus 48 months no interest. And for an extra salute to our heroes in uniform, military and first responders save an extra 5% and no down payment. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. The Veterans Day sale on now at Furniture Row.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by never settling. But what's really made Ford F-Series #1 is you.
Tonight, who wasn't a fan of the Golden Girls?
Can I ask a dumb question?
Better than anyone I know.
It's 40 years, but it's day one fresh.
The Golden Girls, 40 years of laughter and friendship. Tonight on ABC. And watch The Golden Girls, now streaming on Hulu.
It's the greatest harvest on earth. Fly the Northwest tonight. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We'll have a series of fronts that are going to pass us on Thursday and Thursday night. First the warm front, then the cold front. So because of that, we'll have gusts anywhere between 20 to 40 miles per hour. So during the day on Thursday, we could see gusts up around 40 miles per hour for the Blue Mountains, up around 35 miles per hour for the Blue Foothills. See, I told you that models would probably trend a little bit stronger with that. And then for Thursday night, anywhere between 20 to 35 miles per hour across the map. So that's one aspect. The other aspect would be, of course, the rainfall and some of the snowfall we could see at pass level, which we'll talk about in just a bit. But first, I did want to touch on this. High temperature is going to continue to stay cool, staying in the 50s. So for today, we'll be in the low to mid 50s for the valleys, for the basin, and for the foothills. And high temperatures just going to hover right around that range right around the average line for this time of the year. Overnight lows mostly going to be down in the 30s. So for tonight, we will see some low 40s, Pendleton, Hermiston, maybe even some mid 40s for the Bluefoot Hills of Walla Walla County. The rest of us going to be in the 30s, at least for lower elevations. And then those overnight lows going to stay in the 30s for the most part, but we could drop down into the upper 20s by the beginning of next week. So that covers the temperatures. Now onto the rain and some of the snow we can see at pass level. We'll time all that out with Futurecast, and we'll talk accumulations as well. So that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
5:15. Thanks so much, Josh. Look ahead to today as we celebrate and honor those who have served our country. And one 85-year-old man doing just that by making sure the legacy of all veterans lives on.
He built a veterans memorial inside a Missouri nursing home, but many don't know that he's a veteran himself. This morning, Mike Bush is bringing us the touching story of this one-of-a-kind patriot.
At Ellisville Rehabilitation and Nursing, caregivers tend to daily needs. But one volunteer tends to lasting legacies.
I'm kind of a patriotic guy.
Inside, there's a room here that looks nothing like the rest. No monitors, no medicine, just memories. It's a shrine to service, a museum of mementos from residents past and present. And the curator is an 85-year-old Good Samaritan who simply couldn't let these stories fade away.
Because I grew up during World War II.
Bob Morris has been a volunteer here for the past 18 years.
And I hung 3 here and 3 on this side.
And he's spent a lot of time talking with residents.
And they went in together in 1946.
Many of whom are veterans.
I never had any relatives killed in the war. So when you hear stories like that, it's a love. I mean, it's a hobby. It's more than a hobby.
Morris is a Vietnam War era Army veteran himself, an ambulance driver turned cook in the reserves. But this room, this is about honoring everyone else who wore the uniform.
He had 35 years in the Army.
He listens.
These were the veterans that lived here.
He labels and he learns.
I didn't have to be a man to join the Coast Guard.
Lisa Elam served 6 years in the Coast Guard. When she arrived here as a resident, she noticed something was missing.
I said, "Where are the females?"
So Bob built her a display, complete with a Coast Guard flag.
He doesn't let people know that he's actually a veteran. He just does it for us.
I'm glad I served.
Vietnam veteran Russell Kennan says this tribute is like therapy.
I've had 5 classmates that went to high school. I went to high school with that passed away there. So it's kind of weird, you know.
For Russell, it's a reminder of sacrifice. For Bob, a reminder of why this room matters.
I've never left her upset. I mean, I always walked out of here with a smile on my face.
As a veteran, it brings tears to my eyes.
Because in this room, the past isn't forgotten. It's framed, polished, and saluted.
You're welcome, kid. Thanks for coming down.
Bob Morris reminding us
you're welcome, bud.
That the truest form of gratitude isn't saying thank you for your service. It's making sure that service is never forgotten.
And the nursing home holds an annual Veterans Day ceremony each year.
And the centerpiece of that tribute is Bob's memorial room.
He's so cute.
He is so fantastic. Yeah, thank you to all who have served.
All right, keep it here because coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, Josh Colbert is back with how your weather is looking. Will we see some more fog? Hopefully not. It's all coming up in his first alert full weather forecast, which is right after the break.
Tuesdays are my favorite day of the week because the single Papa Burger combos are just $5.99. And I wait all week for this.
And so do I.
And that's why I always get 2.
The Tuesday special at A&W.
This river wasn't dammed in a day, and GMC trucks weren't built overnight. Like every American achievement, they are a result of dedication. Over 100 years dedicated to the art of engineering and the ambition to always move this country forward. Get 0% APR on Sierra 1500 models. We are professional grade.
Welcome to Twig's Bistro and Martini Bar in Kennewick, where every visit feels like a celebration of flavor, friendship, and Northwest hospitality.
As the executive chef, I actually get to work out front a lot, so I'm delivering food to the guests. I'm able to talk to them, and I personally enjoy working our grill and doing the steaks like our ribeyes and our fillets and really great cuts of meat. It's just nice to be able to create something and then see the customer, try it and really enjoy it.
When I see new faces that I haven't seen before, I like going over and talking to them, making sure they have a good time.
Kitchen staff here has me so spoiled. It's hard for me to go out to eat anywhere else because they are fast and efficient, and I think the presentation is beautiful. I think that we have servers that really care about their job. I can see how much they care about their tables and their customers and making sure that everybody leaves happy.
The time you're here spent with us, we're going to make you laugh, have a great time, and make you part of the family. A popular drink for sure is going to be the lemon drop, which comes in different flavors such as huckleberry, strawberry, raspberry, or a classic. But my job in particular is to make sure the guests are happy and smile.
From handcrafted cocktails to chef-inspired dishes, every detail at Twig's Bistro and Martini Bar is designed for one thing, making you feel right at home. Join us at Columbia Center Mall in Kennewick, where every day is a celebration of great food, great drinks, and great company.
It's hump day, and you know what that means. Hello, Country Fried Steak. Get a delicious meal for just $5.99 and make your Wednesday feel like the weekend. Yes, Wednesdays only, Country Fried Steak is just $5.99. Happy hump day from KFC.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We have many rain chances to go for Wednesday night and beyond. So first, let's show you that atmospheric setup. Okay, so for today, we have high pressure over the area. That's what's going to end up keeping us dry, but that will break down as we head into Wednesday. 4 p.m. on Wednesday, here's the warm front extending out from a low pressure system. There's the cold front right there. That's just a bunch of fancy ways of saying there's active weather on the way. And then the front is going to pass us on Thursday, so that's why the wind gusts are going to go up. And of course, you can see those rain chances not only for the mountains, but also for lower elevations. Then another storm system looming as we head into Friday. So multiple, like I said, multiple rain and snow chances to go, snow being at pass level for the mountains. So let's show you how this is all going to shake out with Futurecast. With Futurecast radar, obviously. So this is midnight as we're transitioning on Wednesday. Could maybe have a few showers on the map for tonight, especially in the valleys and for the mountains. I would not bank on that too heavily, though. And then for Wednesday, you see mostly dry for Wednesday morning. A few scattered showers on the map by lunchtime, but starting to pick up in coverage into the afternoon. This is 4 p.m. for Wednesday. And then another round closer to midnight as we transition into Thursday. And it's really going to be after 4 in the morning on Thursday. That's when we're going to see the heaviest stuff. So here are the precip chances in the Yakima Valley. Looks like Thursday is probably going to be the wettest day. Then little shower chances sticking around for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Here's some of the rainfall totals we're expecting from 4 in the morning on Thursday to 4 p.m. on Monday. 2.5 inches of liquid water up in the Cascades, less than an inch for the Blues. Just see not much doing for lower elevations, unfortunately. Let's go back to higher elevations. At pass level, we'll have chances for snow Thursday morning and beyond. It's going to happen in 2 different waves. 10 a.m. on Thursday to 4 p.m. on Saturday, a few inches for Snoqualmie and White Pass. And then 4 p.m. on Saturday to 4 p.m. on Monday. Looks like we'll have the same thing. For now, it doesn't look like we'll see any pass closures or chain requirements, but that is subject to change. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Dry Tuesday and Wednesday, then more wet weather Thursday and beyond. In Yakima, mostly cloudy, but mostly dry today and tomorrow, then much wetter towards the end of the week. In Ellensburg, partly cloudy today, overcast tomorrow, then rain likely Thursday. In Hermiston, dry Tuesday and Wednesday, rain likely Thursday, then small shower chances Friday through Monday. And finally, for Walla Walla, mostly cloudy with mid-50s today and tomorrow, trending wetter Thursday, then holding on to persistent shower chances after that.
All right, well, we're talking about a little bit of rain, maybe some cooler temperatures, but this is one of those rare days when Floridians might need to break out their winter coats if they even have them.
I don't know. Well, an Arctic blast could bring inches of snow and potentially record-setting cold to parts of the eastern U.S. today.
Meteorologists say areas as far south as Florida could reach historic lows before the polar plunge is done.
Yeah, forecasters are predicting snow near Lake Erie today. It's a choice. Some Midwesterners are still digging out after double-digit accumulations in certain areas. Yesterday, I was seeing this morning that Chicago got hit really hard and
you can never pay me enough money to do that.
No?
I go way too, well, I don't know. I guess if the price is right. Actually, no, never mind. I take that back, but
I had a feeling you
yeah,
might.
that was a choice.
And sometimes when cold snaps are severe enough down in Florida, the National Weather Service will go out of their way to say, look out for falling iguanas.
Yes.
Because the iguanas freeze and they fall out of the trees.
It just rains iguana.
Yeah, and I'm sure it doesn't feel good to have that fall on top of you.
What about falling Florida mans? Florida man does blah, 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 blah.
Going down.
That's every day.
Yeah, you're right. You know?
The weather doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't.
But the lizards or the iguanas are fine, though. They don't die.
They just go into shock, kind of like a bird flying into the window, goes into shock for a little
like
while.
a possum playing dead. Yeah.
Sometimes they are dead.
Yeah. But the iguanas are fine.
They're fine.
They bounce back?
Yeah, they thaw out.
Okay,
So
they
do the
thaw
Florida
out.
men and women.
Bounce back. Oh, my goodness. Still much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. From the Yellow Brick Road, like that, to Music City. A piece of movie magic hitting the auction block. A country legend getting a lifetime honor. And the Jonas Brothers are unwrapping something special for the holidays. It's all coming up on Good Morning Northwest and your entertainment headlines after the break.
From creating memories to finding the perfect gift, Steel can help make the holidays even easier. Check off more of your wish list when you get an extra battery with select Steel battery sets. Happy holidays from Steel.
At Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, your safety is our top priority. We are the only board-certified oral and maxillofacial surgery experts in wisdom tooth removal and dental implant placement in the Tri-Cities. With years of experience and a commitment to excellence, we ensure every patient receives safe, personalized treatment. Ask your dentist to refer you to the Tri-Cities experts in oral surgery, Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons. We look forward to meeting you.
Welcome to KVH Orthopedics, now in our newly renovated space that's modern and welcoming, with appointments available when you need them. Our state-of-the-art facility and advanced technology provide expert diagnostic and surgical care. Our team is with you every step of the way, helping you get back to the life you love. Experience the next level of orthopedic care at KVH. Schedule your appointment today. Kittitas Valley Healthcare, your home for health.
We're forging the future of the city of Pasco, and we need your voice. The city is updating our comprehensive plan, which covers everything from housing and transportation to utilities and parks. This document showcases the vision of what we want Pasco to be in 2046 and beyond. Tell us about the type of businesses you'd like to see, the types of parks you'd like to visit, and the type of neighborhood you want to live in. Scan the QR code on your screen or visit pasco-wa.gov/comp plan and become part of the future.
At Smoke City for Less, we understand every smoker is unique. Explore our over 1,500 vape flavors and specialty curated selection of tobacco products. Your perfect flavor and blend awaits at any of Smoke City for Less 6 locations. Save your pennies. Smoke City for Less has the lowest prices. Find the best vape mods, batteries, kratom, and specialty products too. Our knowledgeable staff is always on hand to provide personalized recommendations. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
Apple Valley News Now investigates patient complaints against a local doctor Wednesday at 6.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In your entertainment news, one of the most iconic props in movie history is going up for sale.
Plus, country star Vince Gill is set to receive one of the CMA's highest honors.
And the Jonas Brothers are bringing some early Christmas cheer. Rita Roy has more on what's happening in showbiz today.
One of the most iconic pieces of movie memorabilia is going up for sale. The pointed hat worn by the Wicked Witch of the West, played by Margaret Hamilton in the original Wizard of Oz, will be offered up by Heritage Auctions on December 9th. Last year, that same auction house sold a pair of the film's ruby slippers for $28 million. Vince Gill is now slated to receive the Willie Nelson Lifetime Achievement Award at next week's Country Music Awards. Gill already has 18 CMA awards to his name. The ceremony kicks off in Nashville on November 19th on ABC.
Whatever magic was there is just dead.
Nothing like Christmas to help a family rediscover its magic.
We're all counting down the days until the holidays, and so are the Jonas Brothers. Their holiday special, A Very Jonas Christmas, comes out this Friday, and ABC News caught up with the trio.
To make a project like this with Disney Plus, where we get to just have fun, try to make people feel good, and it's something for the whole family to enjoy, is really meaningful for us.
A Very Jonas Christmas movie premieres Friday on Disney Plus and Hulu. And happy birthday to Leonardo DiCaprio. The former teen heartthrob and Oscar-winning actor is 51. And that's what's happening in Hollywood. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
I loved everything about what we just saw, every single thing.
I'm so excited for this Jonas Brothers movie.
I
It's
know.
going to bring back all the Camp Rock feels, all the me in 8th grade. It just takes me back.
Yeah, 44 days until Christmas.
Whoa.
But who's counting?
That's the countdown at my house.
I stopped counting down to the wedding.
Yeah, it hits
Like,
different, doesn't
yeah,
it? I know. And
Yeah.
that iconic Wicked Witch hat.
I know, so cute. Oh, my
I want
gosh.
it all.
Oh, Josh, any progress on you watching Wicked? Your homework for last week?
No. I'll do it
Fail.
within the next 10 to 14 days.
Okay, you got an
That's-
F right now. We can redeem it. You got some,
That's my
extra
forecast.
credit work.
10 to 14 days. I'll watch
10
it.
to 14 days. Okay.
Write
Good
that
luck with
down.
that. Yep, I'm putting that on my calendar. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. From compliance to compassion, a new Tri-Cities program is helping employers open doors for workers with disabilities. Details on the program making a deep impact coming up.
Plus, from historic grandstands to modern upgrades, see how Ellensburg is keeping its rodeo roots alive while improving the fan experience. All the details in your next half hour, but first, your Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, Google is rolling out its Gemini AI assistant for television. The new voice-controlled application is being added to the Google TV streamer. It can give users viewing suggestions based on preferences and also offer additional context for content. Next, Venmo is rolling out a new cashback program called Venmo Stash. Users can earn up to 5% back for spending, auto reloading, and setting up direct deposits. It's part of Venmo's push to keep more money moving through its platform. Finally, Snapchat Plus subscribers will soon be able to have a 2D Bitmoji avatar again. They can be accessed through a setting called Comic Bitmoji. Snap went from 2D to 3D avatars a couple years ago, but nearly 100,000 people signed an online petition to bring the old style back. Those are your Tech Bites. I'm Victor Okendo. Have a great day.
I'm your old wiring. And while you're obsessing over Polar Whisper and White Delight, well, you're forgetting what's hiding behind your wall.
And if you don't have the right insurance, well, paying for all this can burn through your savings. Get Allstate. Save money and be protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Meet my better half. National University supports all her aunts. With personalized attention, she can be a student and a role model. She's an Ander. National University, supporting all your aunts.
You had the whole day planned. A quick Sephora stop for a little treat, then lunch with your mother-in-law, who thought that treat was hers. What you didn't plan for? Those stripes just made you her eternal favorite. Give something beautiful, Sephora.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good Tuesday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us and joining us on this Veterans Day. For Good Morning Northwest, I'm Jade Elliott.
I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
Aside from Veterans Day today, it's also National Sundae Day, and I don't understand why that would not be on a Sunday.
Like an ice cream sundae?
Yeah, like a sundae. Well, it's just cute.
It should be on a Sunday.
Right? I don't know.
Sunday day should be on a Sunday.
I have to take it up with the creators of
Who did that? Yeah, I just want to talk.
Yeah, I have a couple questions.
Yeah, I just want to. That's me putting the ice cream in their face. Just kidding.
Okay, get us out the door. We did see some fog on the way in. Is that starting to lift a little bit as people are going to be heading out the door?
It's going to take a few more hours, but I'm thinking around 8 a.m. That's when it should lift for the Tri-Cities. I think in the lower valley, a little bit closer to 10 a.m. and then up towards Ritzville and up towards. Well, up in Grant.
All those other places?
All those other places up in the Spokane market, yeah, the fog should lift a little bit closer to lunchtime. Let's go ahead and take a look at those big weather stories. Rain chances going to return in bulk for Wednesday night and beyond. And then snow level is going to drop down to pass level for Thursday morning and beyond. And wind gusts picking up for Thursday and Thursday night, as we'll have a combo of a warm front passing, then a cold front passing. Right now, you're taking a live look at Pasco. This view coming courtesy of the Dust Devils. You see a little bit of fog off in the distance, not looking as nearly as thick as it was in Richland just a little bit earlier this morning. So you see very tough visibility in the Tri-Cities, in the lower Yakima Valley, close to Sunnyside and Grandview, then up towards Moses Lake and Ritzville. Visibility is looking very bad. So in those areas, take it slow on the roadways and use the low beams. Here's your hourly forecast for this Tuesday for the Tri-Cities. Again, I think by 10 a.m. the fog should lift, but still mostly cloudy skies. Maybe some more sunshine closer to lunchtime, but then more clouds building in to this afternoon and evening. So for today, going to be in the low to mid 50s, mostly cloudy skies. And like I said, that combo of the warm front and the cold front passing for Thursday, wind gusts picking up. I'll talk more about the gusts coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks so much, Josh. We begin this half hour of news in Ellensburg, where the rodeo season may have wrapped up, but don't think the stadium is quiet. It is buzzing with a whole new kind of energy.
Not the roar of the crowd, but the sounds of transformation. Apple Valley News Now's Monique Garcia takes us inside the exciting renovation that's changing at this historic venue.
This construction project didn't just spring up overnight like a quick lasso catch. In fact, the vision behind it started brewing over a decade ago. Carl Jensvold, a longtime member of the Ellensburg Rodeo Board, has been with this project since the very beginning. He says they're not tearing down the traditional red boarding, just making some needed improvements.
We identified that we needed to address some safety, accessibility, and public health concerns, and just the type of event that we wanted to hold. And so this is a huge improvement, and it's going to help expand the history of the Ellensburg Rodeo moving forward.
Katie Porterfield, the event center director, says the journey was slowed down by more than just construction challenges, a bump in the road that affected everyone across the state.
COVID did slow us down and kind of halted it, as well as our fundraising efforts. So it gave us time to reevaluate what we wanted to get out of the project and really identify what is the really necessary needs to move forward. So we went back to the drawing board and did that because, of course, COVID, our prices on this project went up from $9.5 million to almost $16 million. So we were able to come together and get it down to $13.5 million.
Both Porterfield and Jensvold emphasize one non-negotiable goal in these renovations: creating a safe, welcoming space that fans and visitors will enjoy for years to come.
The fan experience was not quite at the level that we wanted to. There were some structural safety things that we were continuing to have to address every year to maintain the facility. And at that point in time, we decided that we needed to figure out how we could replace it.
We needed upgraded restrooms and different things. You know, this is a huge event, and this is the stature of the Ellensburg Rodeo throughout our whole region is really important, and we just want the facility to match that. And so me as the event center director, I'm very proud that we're able to move forward with this, because it won't just elevate the Ellensburg Rodeo, but it's going to help elevate a lot of our other events year round, and hopefully be able to bring in some new ones too to fill the facility.
With demolition continuing through November and foundation work and concrete laying starting early in 2026, everything is on track to be ready for the 2026 rodeo, a fresh chapter for this beloved event. Reporting in Ellensburg, Monique Garcia, Apple Valley News Now.
And if you want to stay in the loop with all the action,
Porterfield says by the end of next week, they will start live streaming the renovation work, so you won't miss a thing.
Exciting things.
All right, talking sports now. Dave Villwock, the winningest driver in H1 Unlimited history, is retiring this year from hydroplane racing.
Villwock won the Gold Cup at the Tri-City Water Follies this year, his record-breaking 11th Gold Cup victory. And retiring on top, he's the oldest to ever race a hydroplane at 71 years old.
He will formally be inducted into the Motorsports Hall of Fame of America on March of 2026. Congratulations to him. What a career. All right, still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. From Pasco to Kennewick, today communities are coming together to honor our heroes. We'll show you where you can celebrate Veterans Day across the Tri-Cities coming up after the break.
The stars of The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives are bringing it live to GMA, spilling all about the new season. So, how's Mom Talk going to survive this?
I did not see that one coming.
This week, what secrets will be revealed?
Oh, Lordy.
On Good Morning America.
Tuesdays are my favorite day of the week because the single Papa Burger combos are just $5.99. And I wait all week for this.
And so do I.
And that's why I always get two.
The Tuesday Special at A&W.
Thanksgiving is November 27th, and Honey Baked Ham has exactly what your gathering needs. Whole turkeys, fully cooked and perfectly seasoned. Try our new Cajun style. Turkey breasts, deliciously smoked or oven roasted. Or our famous slow-cooked spiral-cut hams, hand-glazed and caramelized to perfection. Complete your feast with one of our incredible sides and delicious desserts. Honey Baked Ham on Columbia Center Boulevard. Call today to place your order, 509-579-5855, or go to honeybaked.com.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through December 31st, receive rebates up to $1,300 off on a new Daikin Fit system, plus free thermostat when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
Don't let a small kitchen disaster ruin your holiday. Call your local appliance experts at Fred's Appliance. Upgrade your home by saving on all GE appliances. From laundry to dishwashers and refrigerators, we have what you need. Right now, save over $800 on this new induction range. At Fred's Appliance, we have in-stock get-it-today inventory, so you can get your dinner plans back on track.
Mid-Columbia Libraries invites the community to come together through the power of stories by reading great books and meeting the authors who write them. This year's Mid-Columbia Reads Literary Festival celebrates Remarkably Bright Creatures by New York Times bestselling author Shelby Van Pelt. Join us Thursday, November 13th at 7 p.m. at CBC's Jurdy Center in Pasco. Enjoy an evening with the author and get your book signed. This free event is open to everyone.
It's hump day, and you know what that means. Hello Country Fried Steak. Get a delicious meal for just $5.99 to make your Wednesday feel like the weekend. Yes, Wednesdays only, Country Fried Steak is just $5.99. Happy hump day from KFC.
We're back. Tom Bergeron joins as guest judge. It's showtime, folks.
It's Dancing with the Stars 20th birthday party.
That was memorable.
Dancing with the Stars, live tonight on ABC and Disney+.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We're going to have a warm front that's going to pass on Thursday, then a cold front. So that combination is going to swirl winds around our region, 20 to 40 miles per hour. So during the day on Thursday, it looks like the strongest gusts going to be in the Blue Foothills and the Blue Mountains, anywhere between 35 to 40 miles per hour. Then during the night, becoming much more widespread, but a little bit weaker, anywhere between 20 to 35 miles per hour. Okay, despite all the fronts, high temperature is going to stay pretty even kill over the next 7 days. So for today, we're going to be in the low to mid 50s for the valleys, for the basin, and for the foothills, 40s and 50s up in the mountains. You see high temperatures even in the Yakima Valley staying in the 50s, low to mid 50s for the next 7 days, feeling exactly how you would expect it to feel for the second week of November. Overnight lows mostly going to be down in the 30s over the next 7 nights. A few exceptions to that rule. First of all, the Blue Foothills going to be in the low to mid 40s, but will still be in the mid to upper 30s for the valleys and for the lower Columbia Basin. And those low temperatures you see in the Tri-Cities, we'll have some nights where we'll be in the very low 40s and then very low 30s come time for Monday night. I think in the Yakima and Kittitas valleys, at that point, we'll probably end up in the upper 20s. So that is that when it comes to the temperatures. But the big weather story, other than the winds, the rain, and then some snow at pass level for Wednesday and beyond. We'll talk about that coming up in a few minutes.
It is 5:44 now, and we are talking about the community events around our area. Today, of course, is Veterans Day, and it's a time to honor those who've served our country.
And there's a lot happening across the Tri-Cities to commemorate the holiday, everything from ceremonies to community gatherings.
Yeah, I'll start off in Pasco, where the city is hosting a special ceremony at Volunteer Park.
Yeah, the event will honor the men and women who bravely served in the United States Armed Forces.
It's free to the public and will feature patriotic songs, a flag ceremony, a keynote speaker, and a wreath placement to pay tribute.
It's a great opportunity for families to come together, reflect, and thank those who've sacrificed so much for our freedom.
And from Kennewick, we head east to Pendleton, where a special tribute will be wrapping up today.
A nearly full-size replica of the Vietnam Memorial Wall has been on display at the city's Cultural Institute since last Friday.
Today is your last chance to visit and pay respects before the exhibit closes. The Museum and Interpretive Center is located on Wild Horse Boulevard, just 10 minutes east of Pendleton. Each day, the posting of color starts at 8 a.m. and taps is played nightly at 9 p.m. through today.
A lot going on, and well-deserved honor and
Yes.
thanks to all the veterans who have served.
And also a lot of freebies, which we'll tell you about in our 6 o'clock hour, so stay tuned.
Yes, exactly. All right, so much more ahead. Your morning sprint, everything you need to know before you head out the door this morning, and giving you a live look outside from our Dust Devils camera in Pasco on this Tuesday. Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert will be back with your full First Alert forecast right after the break.
Right now, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in.
Are we having the wool pulled over our eyes here?
No, and you get the latest phones.
High five. Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, now part of T-Mobile.
Want your home or business to remain clean? Here to meet all your janitorial needs, R&S Janitorial Services. They have serviced the Valley for over 20 years, specialized in cleaning all offices and businesses to warehouses, commercial buildings, and more. R&S keeps the inside of your business or workplace clean and professional at all times. You keep doing what you do best and let R&S do the rest. Call R&S Janitorial Services at 509-840-7100 today.
Apple Valley News Now is Pasco,
Yakima, Lee Island,
West Richland. Our broadcast center may be in Kennewick, but Apple Valley News Now is everywhere.
From the Blues to the Cascades, one television station is everywhere you want us to be. Apple Valley News Now.
What have we got?
The Andersons. All night tossing and turning, bad backs, sleep score at an all-time low.
Round up the team.
At Denver Mattress, going undercover is literally how we solve problems.
And when we find sleepers waking up with aches and pains, we turn to the Tempur-Pedic Adapt, designed for ultimate pressure relief that uniquely adapts to your body's pressure points.
And right now, save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and get a $300 gift. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
This is your home for Kraken hockey. Every goal.
He scores!
Every save.
What a stop!
Every game.
That's hockey, baby!
Watch us defend the deep.
Kraken, Blue Jackets. Coverage begins at 7 tonight on MeTV.
Experience pure holiday enchantment at Walla Walla's Holiday Barrel Weekend, December 5th through 7th. Kick off Friday night with live music, twinkling lights, and sips of exceptional wines poured straight from the barrel. And the fun continues Saturday downtown with bustling crowds as shops, the farmers market, and the holiday indoor market open their doors. The magic peaks with a spectacular parade of lights, transforming downtown into a winter wonderland. Don't miss the heartwarming escape. Visit Walla Walla December 5th through 7th and taste the season.
U.S. Cellular makes it easy to switch. Get $1,100 off any phone with no trade-in.
We don't even have to trade in our teeth?
Nope.
I almost lost this one.
Get $1,100 off any phone with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, now part of T-Mobile.
Harvest time in the Palouse. Fly the Northwest tonight. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We'll have many rain chances for Wednesday night and beyond that. So let's go ahead and show you why that's the case. Okay, well, first of all, the reason why we're not having any rain for today is this high pressure over the region. So that's why we're going to keep it dry. But you see this low pressure looming off the domain of the page. And then by 4 p.m. tomorrow, this is going to be very close to our region. So you see the warm front passing, then the cold front that's going to pass. And so what does that mean? That means, first of all, the wind gusts are going to pick up into Thursday, and also rain chances picking up for Wednesday night into Thursday, and then more storm systems after that. So that's why, at least for the mountains, those rain and snow chances going to stay pretty persistent. So now let's time it out with Futurecast radar. All right, this is 4 p.m. this afternoon. The day is going to be dry, but this evening could see a few showers, especially for the valleys and the Cascades. And then for tomorrow, this is 8 tomorrow morning, looking dry out there, but then maybe a few more showers by lunchtime, a little bit more in the way of that at 4 p.m. And then by midnight, you can see much more widespread rainfall, and that's going to continue into the overnight hours. Then after 4 a.m. on Thursday, that's when things will really start to ramp up. So here's what those precip chances look like in the Tri-Cities. Thursday, probably going to be the wettest day. Then we'll still have some little shower chances hanging on for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The rainfall totals from 4 in the morning on Thursday to 4 p.m. on Monday, 2.5+ inches of that for the Cascades, probably less than an inch for the Blues. Not much doing at all for lower elevations, especially for the valleys and the basin. Snow levels will drop down to pass level for mountains for Thursday morning and beyond. It doesn't look like we'll get boatloads of snow, but we will get just enough to make travel a little bit dicey, at least for now. 2 to 3 inches for White Pass and Snoqualmie Pass, 10 a.m. on Thursday to 4 p.m. on Saturday. That's round number 1. Round number 2 would be 4 p.m. on Saturday to 4 p.m. on Monday. Maybe another 2 to 3 inches for Snoqualmie and White Pass, maybe a couple inches for Oregon 204 as well. All those numbers subject to change, so keep it tuned right here to Apple Valley News Now. This is a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Dry Tuesday and Wednesday, then more wet weather Thursday and beyond. In Yakima, mostly cloudy, but mostly dry today and tomorrow, then much wetter towards the end of the week. In Ellensburg, partly cloudy today, overcast tomorrow, then rain likely Thursday. For Hermiston, dry Tuesday and Wednesday, rain likely Thursday, then small shower chances Friday through Monday. And finally, for Walla Walla, mostly cloudy with mid-50s today and tomorrow, trending wetter Thursday, then holding on to persistent shower chances after that.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is 5:51. It's time for your morning sprint in our 5 o'clock hour.
And we start with the top 5 local stories that you need to know this morning, starting in Ellensburg, where police have arrested a 23-year-old man after an early morning dispute that ended with a gunshot. Officers say the suspect pointed a firearm at another person. A struggle then caused that weapon to discharge. Luckily, no one was injured, but that man's now facing first-degree assault charges in Kittitas County.
Pasco residents are being credited with stopping a fire yesterday morning. This was at the Silver Creek Apartments. Firefighters believe the blaze was intentionally set. Neighbors quickly called 911 and threw water on the fire. Damage was minor and no one was hurt, but investigators are now looking into the cause as a possible case of arson.
And Benton County Sheriff's Deputy and former state lawmaker Brad Clippard is leading by a wide margin in the race for Kennewick City Council position 4. Clippard, a 34-year military veteran, says he is focused on tackling drug issues, supporting law enforcement, and listening to the community. He'll serve a 4-year term and says his goal is simple: lead with integrity and a servant's heart.
And crews are finishing work on a new inflatable dome at Pasco's Memorial Aquatic Park. The nearly $2 million project will turn the outdoor pool into a heated, weather-protected space for year-round use, and it's complete with backup power and efficient air circulation. Final inspections are underway before the city announces an official opening date.
And across the region, communities are coming together to honor those who served this Veterans Day. In Pasco, a ceremony at Volunteer Park will feature patriotic songs, a keynote speaker, and a wreath placement. In Kennewick, the city and VFW Post will gather at Columbia Park at 11 to celebrate both Veterans Day and the 21st anniversary of the Regional Veterans Memorial, which is the tallest freestanding granite structure in the country. A replica of the Vietnam Memorial Wall is also on display at the Cultural Institute near Pendleton, and that is open 24 hours a day through Tuesday. And then later this week, the Columbia Basin Veterans Center will host its 5th annual Veterans Resource Expo in Kennewick, offering free services and support for local veterans and their families.
Turning now to your national headlines, President Donald Trump is threatening to sue the BBC for at least $1 billion. In a legal letter sent yesterday, the president says the British broadcaster defamed him in a 2024 documentary about his campaign. The threat follows the BBC's admission it made a serious error of judgment in how it edited Trump's January 6, 2021 speech to supporters. Two top executives with the broadcaster have already resigned, and the scandal has gripped British media and has reignited a political fight over the BBC's funding and future. The BBC said it's reviewing Trump's letter and will respond in due time.
And at 5:53 in your business headlines, there could be some changes for people who use plastic at the register. Visa and MasterCard have come to terms on a deal with retailers that's set to lower merchant fees. The Wall Street Journal is saying the agreement would end a 2-decades-old dispute with merchants, which would result in lowering fees that stores pay while giving them more power to deny some credit cards. But it also may threaten consumer rewards programs. For example, a store that takes one sort of Visa credit card might not take all Visa cards. Although the deal has been announced, it still requires court approval before it goes into effect.
In your health headlines this morning, we have a baby formula recall to tell you about. ByHeart brand is voluntarily pulling 2 batches of its whole nutrition infant formula. The company says the recall is being made out of an abundance of caution. The move comes after the FDA started investigating a wave of infant botulism cases, and that was across the U.S. The agency hasn't tied any formula to the illness, and the company says it will keep working to ensure safety and transparency going forward. And you can get more information about the recall on ByHeart's website.
5:55 in your sports headlines this morning. There's a new job opening in the NFL. New York Giants have fired head coach Brian Daboll. This announcement comes after the Giants lost to the Chicago Bears on Sunday, 24-20. Daboll was hired in 2022, led the team to a playoff victory that season, which helped him win the NFL Coach of the Year award. But due to a variety of factors, including player injuries and bad luck, the Giants ended up with a 20-40-1 record under his leadership. Mike Kafka, the Giants offensive coordinator, will fill in as head coach on an interim basis. The Giants, who currently have a 2-8 record, host Green Bay on Sunday.
Diabolical. I tried. Anyways, trending this morning.
You're going to be trending this morning.
A couple of rowdy bucks are back in the Colorado wild after crashing into someone's house.
It all started early Sunday. Take a look. 2 bucks were butting heads and fighting when they fell into a window. They fell into the window and then through the glass, all at this home's basement.
Casual.
Yeah.
The homeowner called State Parks and Wildlife. 2 officers showed up with tranquilizer guns and put the intruders to sleep.
A crew then used a tarp to carry the bucks outside. They were later tagged and when they woke up, released back into the wild.
No reports of injuries. Homeowners, though, have quite a tale to tell to their insurance company.
Right? Calling the insurance company. It's giving, my dog ate my homework. Like, you don't understand. Like,
right, like,
this happened.
you guys, seriously, like, they were fighting outside and then they fell and they came into the window.
Yeah. And there was a whole thing, like, they had to,
we had to tranquilize.
Guys with tranks came and, And they woke up and they're like, what happened?
Jake from State Farm's like, yeah, I don't buy it.
No.
I don't buy it.
They said you're covered for wind and hail, but there's no buck.
Yeah,
the buck stops there.
Buck stops there. Nice.
Thank you.
Oh,
Can we get a laugh, Jake?
Just keep hitting.
Exactly.
Yes. She is in fuego on this Tuesday. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. More of her, naturally, and also some free meals and coffee, as today businesses are saying thank you to those who served on this Veterans Day. Coming up, we'll show you where veterans can grab the best deals and freebies.
Plus, a bedtime story brought to life how one hotel turned a children's classic into a real-life room straight out of Goodnight Moon. All the cozy details and how you can stay there is coming up in our 6 o'clock hour. And Josh, what are you tracking?
Yeah, it'll be dry for today, but then we have another series of storm systems and atmospheric river that's going to impact us for Wednesday night and beyond that. We'll talk about those rain chances, even a little bit of snow for a mountain. So that's going to be coming up on Good Morning Northwest at 6.